What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Simply Bow Hunt. It is June 27th, Tuesday, and today I am going to do a small introduction to gear. So we'll be going over optics, backpack, footwear, bow, and then some other miscellaneous things. We will also do another video closer to season. I'll go over how I transport all my clothes and stuff like that when it's time to actually start sitting in a stand, and then I'll do another video on gear when it gets closer to the rut, and then a winter gear session as well. So let's go ahead and start off. Today we're going to start with optics. So we will be starting off with this first, this marsupial bino harness. I actually just got this year. I'm very happy with it. I've definitely endorsed this. It is super comfortable, guys. Two big thick straps over your shoulders, and then it just clips on the side. This is very, very comfortable, guys. It's nice and snug. Has extra pockets for miscellaneous things. Packet in the back that I really like that holds your cell phone. On the side here I have a this is a code blue wind detector. I like to break this out when the winds are swirling or changing direction, so I can know exactly where that wind's coming from. But this opens up this way, which I really like. It's magnetic, super quiet. I like this much more. I had, as you guys probably seen in the previous videos, a Cabela's one that was around $30. It did the job. However, this one definitely has some advantages over the previous one. And then my optics are inside. Definitely, guys, I am a big, huge fan of Vortex. These are the Vortex Diamondbacks. These are relatively inexpensive. The stuff I go over today, some stuff you can wait on, accumulate over time like I have. Other things you're going to definitely want to have for your season. Optics, I think, are a huge thing. You can usually find these on sale either on their website or at Cabela's. Definitely a great binoculars. I absolutely love these. All right, and these fit back in, and then this just closes over with a magnet. Again, absolutely love this. Then talk about rangefinders. Is a rangefinder something that you need to rush out and have for this season? If you're this is your first season bow hunting or second season? No, not necessarily. You should be able to detect 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 yards, 40 yards by looking at it. The rangefinder I found is really to detect and narrow in on your ranges, your 26, 27, 32, 34, to really dial in so you can get that perfect pinpoint placement with your sights. A lot of people have a misconception about this, the rangefinders. They watch the hunting shows, the guy sitting in the stands, deer's coming in, he grabs his rangefinder, ranges it, and then shoots the deer. In my personal experience, that's very unlikely. As a bow hunter, you have zero room for error. You get caught moving or whatever the case may be, I mean, it's over, that's a wrap. So I definitely like to range objects that I know where the deer are coming by. That way I can range it, and then I know by memory what I need to put my pinpoint placement at based on what object they are near or next to. Not to saying that I don't range deer while I'm in the stand. I do, but when a buck's coming in, I'm relying on no movement, and I'm relying on that buck to walk by an object that I've already ranged and memorized. That way I don't have to break this out when that crucial time arrives. To each their own, though. I actually love this. This is Tidewee, and I got this off of Amazon, and it ranges out to 1,000 yards, and it also is able to detect the angle, so when you're sitting up in a tree. So I really like it. Is it something that you would definitely need to go out and purchase before you start hunting? No, but it is something nice to have. This also is able to fit right here for when I'm carrying it in the field. So I really like that about it. All right. Alright guys, the next thing is spotting scope. Again, is a spotting scope something that you're going to need for every season, for if you're a first time bow hunter, first, second season? No, but it is something you might want to accumulate over your time hunting. Now unfortunately, I do not have a Vortex spotting scope because they're worth it in my opinion, but I just couldn't afford one. But I did get this one. This one's really good. It goes up to 60 times out, and it'll fit on a tripod or anything else that you guys have, like your window mounts. The picture or the quality is very good. It comes with a nice traveling case, but definitely I love having this, especially for early season. That way I can spot deer. I'm not really trying to go into all my spots and get my scent through there, but I definitely like the spotting scope, and I use it a lot during preseason. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for optics. Moving on, let's go ahead and do my backpack. I got this backpack at Walmart in January or February when all their stuff was on discount. I think I got it for like 10 bucks. So if you're really trying to save some money, you don't need to go all out and buy hundreds of dollars. A backpack that costs hundreds of dollars, you just don't need to. And it has a nice front pocket that I really like. So early season, I got some Rappel with 40% DEET. This is definitely going to help keep all the skeeters and ticks and everything else off of you while you're going out early season, hanging stands, trimming trees, things of that nature. Also keep a small hatchet. This is for if I don't want to saw anything down, I can just chop it down, those small trees real good. And I also use the backside as a hammer. I keep this in here pretty much all through early season, just in case I need it. It's nice to have. Then, I've already showed you guys this once in another video, but I absolutely love, this is my handsaw. Definitely love it. When you get up in your stand, you need to cut some trees or some lanes for when you're in your stand. This does a really great job. I picked this up at Cabela's. It was like $10, guys. So definitely nice to have. Alright, so we go in. I keep this in my pack, and I open this up. This is a nice little traveling case. This has two chargers, so it'll charge my cell phone, it'll charge my camera. I keep two of these fully charged in my backpack on those all-day sits that you guys will be doing. It's definitely nice to have, that way your phone doesn't die and anything like that. It also helps me out with my camera as well. So I keep that in here. Also keep a couple extra camera straps. Just keep a couple at the bottom of my stand. I don't necessarily always use them for the cameras. I can use them for other things, but I usually always carry a couple extra ones at the bottom of my bag, as well as duct tape. Always keep duct tape in my pack. You just never know. It's always coming in handy for this or that, so I try to keep that in my backpack as well. Keep in a thing of zip ties. Love to have these. You never know. Like for instance, when I hung the rope-a-dope in one of my previous videos, I was fortunate enough that it already had a zip tie, but I did hang another rope, and zip tie always come in handy. So I keep those in my pack. Alright, as you guys already know, that I do not have cellular cameras. All my cameras are batteries powered. So definitely I keep extra batteries in my pack, because you never know when your cell phone or when your camera when your trail cameras can need batteries, so I always make sure I have extra ones of these, as well as a Sharpie. I like the silver one, it just shows up in case I need to write on my trail cameras or my SD cards. I keep one of those in my pack as well. I also keep packets of Aleve or Tylenol or whatever. It's terrible if you're out, whether it's early season, whether you're hunting, whatever, you got a headache and you got to get the work done. I keep these in my pack as well. They're nice to have. And when it gets closer to actually season and I'm sitting a stand, I'm a big snack guy, so I'll go over. I love to keep snacks. It's usually beef jerky and some type of candy that I keep in my pack at all times when I'm actually sitting in the stand. I get hungry while I'm up there, and I'm sure you guys can understand that. And let me know what kind of snacks you guys keep, and we'll do another video closer to end of September when I start sitting in my stand. So that's it for the pack. I'll make sure to, if you guys want links to any of this stuff, go ahead and put that in the comments. I'll drop a link in, tell you either where I got it or if I can't find the link, but I'll definitely give you guys access to all this stuff. Backpack, definitely you're gonna want, but again, you don't have to spend a ton of money on your backpack. I really like this one. It has these straps in the front that I'm able to strap like rain suits or anything else like that I need to take out with me. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the backpack. Alright guys, I almost forgot the absolute most important thing that you should keep in your bag, at least one of the most important things, is I watched a ton of different YouTube videos on guys doing their gear, and I've never seen anybody mention this, and it just can't be true. They're either forgetting to tell you or I'm not sure, but this will be a lifesaver. This is toilet paper. Guys, you're out there, whether it depends on how long, but sometimes you're out there all day. If you're like me and you're diehard, during the rut, you're going to be from before the sun comes up, and you're not coming out until the sun goes down. So you definitely want toilet paper in your bag. You'll thank me later, trust me. Keep a roll in your bag. Alright guys, we'll go over, now that we're done with the backpack, we're going to go over a couple of miscellaneous things that I definitely want you guys to see. Definitely early season, September, early October, I will not go hunting without my thermocell. I love this thing. I actually, as diehard a fan as I am hunting, I hate being in my stand and the bugs are just all over me, and it's super unenjoyable. And ever since I picked one of these up, these at Cabela's, Walmart, they're relatively inexpensive. They have these nice hooks on the back of them, and I just hang it literally right behind me in my stand, and it cuts down tremendously on the bugs. Is it 100%? No, but nothing is. But this is a game changer for early season, to get rid of those bugs, mosquitoes that are messing with you while you're trying to hunt. So this is a must-have. There's a lot of different lightweight gloves that I personally used over the years. I like to have lightweight gloves for early season. I'm a big fan of the Mechanic camo gloves. I can still do everything I want. I can still text, run my cameras. It's just, these are really nice to have. And I also keep the right one. I wear it all year. Even in the winter, I wear it, and I'm able to get my bow release. I'm able to get it over my wrist and still use it without having a big bulky glove that I might accidentally hit my trigger with. So definitely love these. I've had several other kinds. The other kinds are fine, but these last a very long time, especially if you take care of them. So highly recommend these Mechanic camo gloves. I did get a couple questions about my SD cards. So I, again, only run with SD cards. I don't have any cellular cameras. This is Pro Vision, and this holds 12 SD cards. And this is how I keep track of all mine and carry them out to the field. Clip, it's got a D-loop, and I can attach this. I usually attach it to my my binos, and this, it carries right here. So super convenient if you're looking for something to carry your SD cards around in. I highly recommend this. And alright, I've talked about this, I believe, on my TikTok channel, but I don't think I've brought it up in any of my YouTube videos. This is Sawyer Permathene. And guys, you absolutely need to be using this, and I'll tell you a story why. This is for repelling mosquitoes, ticks, chiggers, the things that you absolutely don't want on you. So at the end of March, I was shed hunting this last year, and hadn't had any ticks on me. And then closer to the end of March, I came home and I had between 9 and 15 ticks that I had to pull off me because they were starting to come out. It was starting to warm up. Obviously more ticks on you than you ever want. So the next week, I remembered about this, went and got it. You spray it on your clothes. You don't spray it on your skin. That's really bad. You read the directions, shake it up well, spray it on your clothes, let it sit in the sun for 2 hours. And I went from having a ton of ticks, and then I sprayed this, and I've been using this since the end of March, and it is now the end of June, and I haven't had one tick on me since. I will endorse the crap out of this. Like, this stuff is amazing. It's a game changer. Go pick yourself some up. Walmart, I think Cabela sells it. Anywhere outdoors or anywhere where they're going to have some type of bug repellent, they should have this. Pick it up. It's great. Alright, so moving on, let's move on to footwear, and then we'll do my bow. So footwear. Now, remember, I went and talked about a lot of this stuff you can accumulate over years. Obviously, this permathene you're going to want to go out and buy. It's a must. Footwear is a must too, and I'll tell you why. So I have 2 pairs of boots, hunting boots that I wear. I have an early season lightweight boots. These are very comfortable. I got these at Cabela's. They're super comfortable. They do the job. I really enjoy them. I wear them also spring turkey hunting, things like that when it's not wet. The second is I have some heavy duty rubber boots. These are also from Cabela's. These are great for keeping your feet dry. So maybe early season spring or when it's raining. You want to make sure you have some nice rubber boots. These will also keep your feet very warm in the winter. So in Kansas, when we get into, you know, late December and it's, you know, 10 degrees outside, these are going to keep your feet nice and warm. So I really recommend you having both. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about the gear. Footwear, definitely spend the money. Get yourself a pair of lightweight boots and also a pair of rubber boots that are going to keep your feet dry or warm. I like these because they do both. Alright guys, let's talk about my bow. I am a big fan of the hard case because I have to drive and travel with it. So I highly recommend a hard case for your bow. Alright, we'll start with arrows. I shoot the Maximum Carbon Express 350s. I love these arrows. I've been shooting for a long time. I love the weight. I like the penetration that I get with them. Just a really good arrow. I really like them. This is going to be to each their own. Personal preference. Everybody's different. These just happen to work really well for me, so I shoot them. Another personal preference that we'll talk about is broadheads. So I am a die-hard fixed blade. Now obviously I know that this is a super controversial topic, but for me personally, I'm a fixed blade kind of guy, and I like the 4-blade muzzies. I just have had success with them I've been shooting them for a ton of years. I really like them, and I just think they do a good job. Again, you got your hybrids, you got your expandables, you got your 2-blade, 3-blade. It's just really find out what works well for you. I just am a big fan of the fixed 4-blade muzzies, and also I like the Maximum Carbon Express 350s. And you can pick these up at your local archery shop. If you're anywhere in Kansas, anywhere near Wichita, I highly recommend going to Diamond Archery. Those guys are super nice, they know what they're doing, and they'll get you set up with whatever type of gear you need for hunting. Alright, now the release I use is a TrueFire, and I use a wrist release. Again, to each their own. There's a lot of different releases out there that you guys can go and purchase. I just happen to like the wrist trigger release. It's worked well for me. I've been shooting with these TrueFires for a ton of years, and I like it. I like that way that you can adjust this depending on if I'm wearing a glove, not wearing a glove. I can extend this out. It's very nice. I like the feel to it, and I think it releases just fine. I absolutely love my TrueFire. But again, is it for you? I don't know. You'll have to figure out what works best for you. I'm just telling you my gear and the things that I use. And now, my bow, I shoot a PSE. And I've had this bow, gosh, for probably since, I think I've had this bow since 2010. It's killed a ton of deer. I absolutely love it. Real quick, the sling, remember I have to walk a very long distance to get to any of my stands, whether I'm hunting south property or the north property. I carry everything in, and the sling, if you're someone like me that carries everything in, the sling is absolutely amazing. Goes right over, whether you got your packs or whatever else on. You got this and you're able to carry your stuff, your bow within without having to carry it. So highly recommend these. They're very inexpensive. They come on and off easily. But here's my bow, and I shoot a True Glow sights. It's a 4-pin sight, so I use 20, 30, 40, and 50, or what I have my sights set at. And I have a Whisker Biscuit, which I really like. Again, to each their own. A lot of people like the different types of rests, excuse me. I happen to like the Whisker Biscuit. I'm walking into my stand, so I like to have my arrow always ready. Again, this is a custom string from Diamond Archery. I go every 2 years to replace my string. That's going to be, they really tell you to replace it about every 2 years. It really depends on how much you shoot your bow. So if you shoot it a lot, 2 years is about where you need to be. If you shoot it very little, you might be able to get away with going less, getting a new string, and you might be able to not have to replace your string as much, depending on how much you shoot your bow. But am I going to keep this bow forever? I'm very torn on it. Like I said, it's killed a lot of deer. Anybody that's looking into buying a new bow obviously knows they're quite expensive. I'm a big fan of Hoyt. So my dad has a Hoyt and he loves it, and I've been trying to pull the trigger on buying a new Hoyt, although they're quite expensive. So we'll see what happens next year, but this will be my 2023 bow, and hopefully it'll get the job done. You guys have seen some of my deer that I've taken in the past, so it definitely gets the job done, and I really, really like it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Anything else you'd like me to go over, I really appreciate you tuning in. Again, if you want links to anything, also let me know that. That, but until next time, thanks for tuning in, and if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe, it sure would help the channel out a lot. I appreciate it. Have a good one, and remember, have fun while you're out there. That's the whole reason about all this. Have fun.